This week's Talking with Kids Thursdays is about how to talk with your kid about healthy and unhealthy relationships. It's important that we start having conversations about relationships early on in children's life because they have many different relationships in their life with many different people. For example, with their siblings, with their friends, with their parents, with their teachers. Characteristics of healthy and unhealthy relationships are very similar across all kinds of relationships. We're going to start talking about healthy relationships. Here are some characteristics of healthy relationships. Some people call these things green flags. Many of them overlap and work together. For example, honesty and trust go together because when we're honest, we build trust. When we trust someone, we're able to be more honest. Boundaries are important, and boundaries need to be respected and communicated. Independence and equality go together because when there is equality, there also has to be independence. Independence is really important, especially for teens in dating relationships. So it's important to remind them that they're allowed to have their own life, hobbies, and friends outside from their partner. We start by talking about healthy relationships as it allows us to compare and contrast these green flags and characteristics to unhealthy relationships. Characteristics of unhealthy relationships are also known as red flags or warning signs. Sometimes our society normalizes some of these red flags, but when we compare them to our green flags, it becomes clear that they are indeed unhealthy. For example, when someone is constantly checking in with someone else, we can see that that is an unhealthy behavior because there is a lack of independence and equality. When jealousy or possessiveness is present, there's often a lack of empathy and communication and equality in that relationship. When talking with teens, use current events as teachable moments. Also use the media to deconstruct messages that your teen is getting about relationships. For example, if you're watching a movie with your teen and the movie is normalizing and glorifying possessive behavior, have a conversation with your teen. Ask them, what do you think about that? How do you think that person feels? Is that really healthy? Like we said earlier, frame behaviors around healthy relationships and the healthy positive behaviors that everyone should engage in. We can also share our own experience about healthy and unhealthy relationships if that experience is not very recent. Lastly, parents and other adults in children's lives are often modeling behaviors and are role models. Think about the behaviors that you are role modeling in your relationships to your child. We hope that this Talking with Kids Thursday has given you some ideas about how you can talk with your kid about healthy and unhealthy relationships.